NASA's WISE telescope has picked up unusual signals that spark debate among scientists. Could these signals be evidence of Dyson spheres, massive megastructures built by advanced civilizations, or are they more likely to be something else entirely, like hot dogs? In this video, we're going to explore the discovery, the science behind it, and what it all means for the search for extraterrestrial life. NASA's Wide Field Infrared Survey Explorer, or WISE, has been making waves in the space community with a recent discovery. This telescope is designed to scan the universe in infrared light, allowing it to detect heat-emitting objects that are hidden from view in visible light. Recently, scientists picked up signals that some believe could point to the existence of Dyson spheres. Now, before we jump into what that means, let's break down what it has actually found. The data revealed 7 unusual objects emitting strange infrared signals. This sparked speculation because one possible explanation is that these signals could be coming from Dyson spheres, hypothetical megastructures built around stars by advanced civilizations to harness their energy. Think about that for a second. A structure so massive it completely encircles a star, capturing all its energy output. It's like something straight out of science fiction, but the science behind it is natural. Some scientists, like Andrew Blaine, who's been working with its data, believe that these signals are more likely coming from something known as hot dogs. So, what are hot dogs? These are galaxies that have supermassive black holes at their cores, surrounded by thick clouds of dust. This dust absorbs visible light but lets infrared light pass through, making it incredibly bright in the infrared spectrum. It also stands for hot dust-obscured galaxies. WISE is especially good at detecting these kinds of objects. In fact, this telescope was the first to discover hot dogs back in the early 2010s. One hot dog, called W2-246-0526, is 350 trillion times more luminous than the sun. So, it's easy to see how such a powerful object could be mistaken for something as extreme as a Dyson sphere. The infrared signals from hot dogs and Dyson spheres can look very similar. Freeman Dyson, a renowned physicist, introduced the idea of Dyson spheres in 1960. He theorized that as civilizations evolve, they need exponentially more significant amounts of energy to fuel their technology and growth. What better way to meet those demands than by harnessing the full power of a star? The idea is simple, yet ambitious. A megastructure, potentially a swarm of satellites or a solid shell, would surround a star to capture its energy output. If such a structure existed, it would likely block the star's visible light, but its waste heat would still radiate outwards as infrared radiation. This is where WISE comes in. The existence of a Dyson sphere would imply the presence of a highly advanced civilization, one far beyond anything we've ever encountered. We're talking about a civilization on what's known as the Kardashev scale, which measures a society's technological advancement based on its energy consumption. A Dyson sphere would place a civilization at the Type 2 level, meaning they have mastered the energy output of their entire star. By comparison, humans are still at a Type 1 level, just beginning to harness the energy of our own planet. If confirmed, it would be one of the most groundbreaking discoveries in human history. It would not only confirm that intelligent life exists beyond Earth, but also show that it has achieved a level of technological sophistication we can barely imagine. However, as exciting as this possibility is, it's important to remain cautious. The signals could easily have more natural explanations, as discussed earlier with hot dogs, galaxies that emit similar infrared signatures. Blaine's caution about jumping to conclusions reminds us that extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. So scientists are constantly refining their methods to distinguish between natural and artificial signals. This debate about whether the WISE signals are from Dyson spheres or hot dogs isn't the first time we've encountered mysterious signals that have sparked speculation about alien life. First, there's Tabby's star, KIC 846-2852. In 2015, astronomers noticed that this star was dimming in a way that didn't match any known natural phenomenon. Some speculated that a partial Dyson sphere or some other megastructure might cause the dimming. The idea captured the public's imagination, But further studies suggested that a cloud of comets or interstellar dust likely caused the dimming. Then there's Oumuamua, the first interstellar object detected passing through our solar system in 2017. This oddly shaped object didn't behave like any comet or asteroid we'd seen before, leading some, like Harvard's Avi Loeb, to propose that it might be an alien probe. While most scientists now believe that Oumuamua is a natural object, it's still an example of how we often grapple with the unknown in our search for extraterrestrial life. We can't forget about fast radio bursts, FRBs, incredibly powerful pulses of radio waves coming from distant galaxies. For a while, some speculated that these could be signals from an advanced civilization. However, as we've studied more FRBs, the prevailing theory is that natural processes like neutron stars or black holes cause them. So, what can we take away from this? The universe is full of mysteries, and while we may not always find aliens behind every unusual signal, each discovery brings us one step closer to understanding the cosmos. The search for extraterrestrial life is far from over, and even if the wise signals turn out to be hot dogs, they still represent a fascinating part of the universe's story.